Hello everyone, welcome to this video about Django Reinhardt licks and tips and tricks. It's part 5 of my Django in Rome series, coming right up. So if you haven't watched any of the 4 previous episodes, they are already online. Part 1 and part 3 are freely available on YouTube. You will find links to those episodes in the description. And part 2 and 4 are only accessible to my Patreon subscribers, my so-called patrons. And if you want to check that out, click the link in the description. And you can join my Patreon and download all the tabs that you see on the screen today and all the tabs for every video I made, and also access the lessons that I made exclusively for Patreon. So if you're new to the series, what I'm doing is I'm going through all the Django recordings that he made in Rome, those legendary recordings, and I have transcribed, or I am still transcribing all the interesting phrases from all his solos, and I transposed them to the key of C, and then there's a big PDF at the end, but now I'm just dividing up the PDF into like 5 or 6 per video. So this is the 5th video, and well, I have to say it's incredibly hot day today here in the Netherlands. It's really not something we're very used to, and it's also incredibly hot in this room. So I'm gonna try to make this lesson very short. Normally I play a lot, but now I played more in the beginning, and I'm just gonna go through all the phrases and talk a little bit about it and demonstrate them, and I probably won't play complete choruses because it's just too hot in this room. So let's go start with the first phrase. It sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, 1. It's a phrase based around a C major 7 arpeggio, typical Django, and this is something that is played by practically every gypsy jazz guitar player alive today, some kind of variation on this. So I'll demonstrate on I Can Give You Anything But Love. So then we have to play it in G, so then it would be starting here, and it would sound like this: 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, 1. And it's very easy to vary this phrase. You can play some notes before, or change the rhythm, or change the beat it starts. This lick is very versatile. So let me play this on I Can Give You Anything But Love, and I can play both in G and in C. Of course, when it goes to C, I can play it on C. Here we go. So as you can see, I really started it early the last time. You can already start playing this phrase if there's a 2-5-1 on the 5 somewhere, and just make it go past the bar line into the 1 chord. By the way, if you wondered about this guitar and maybe think, hey, that's a new guitar. It is not. It is a new guitar, but it's not my guitar. This is a guitar by a luthier friend of mine, Gerrit van Bergeijk, Dutch luthier, and he was in my top 10 guitar luthiers because he makes very unique instruments. And he just made this new concept guitar. It's called Overhaul New Concept, and he wanted me to try it out because it's very original. There's a stabilizer inside the guitar, and the back and the sides are made of double wood, so it's very stiff. So it has a very loud sound, and it's just amazing to play on this instrument because it's very different from what I used to. So I'm just playing it for a week, making some videos, and then I'll give it back. So then you know, because I know people are gonna ask, "Oh, do you have a new guitar?" It's a real Gerrit van Bergeijk. I will post a link to that top 10 guitar luthiers in the description so you can check it out. Let's go to the next phrase. There's always three categories: major, minor, and dominant licks. So we're now in the major part. So this is a phrase in C again, and it sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So the beginning, or the first 2 bars, it's just a C major scale, starting on the B, so the major 7, and ending on the 9, right? So it doesn't start on the root, end on the root. That would be a lame way to play a major scale. Starting on the flat 7, on the major 7, ending on the 9. Now it gets interesting. I put it here on purpose so you can see that this is the way I would learn a major scale, right? I wouldn't learn a C major scale. I would learn them as part of a phrase. And this is something that Django played, I think was After You've Gone. That's how it sort of starts. And so now I know a major scale, C major scale, because I know this line. Not because I learned the C major scale, but because I learned this line. And I know an interesting way to play it, starting on the major 7, ending on the 9. Very easy fingering, right? 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. With nice ending. Because it's a pretty long phrase, it's 4 bars, right? You could only play the first 2 bars if you have a shorter chord, or the last 2 bars, or you could play this actually on a complete 2-5-1. So if I play this on I Can't Give You Anything But Love, I could start this phrase immediately on A minor, so that would be in G, right? There are some open strings if you play it in G, or you have to play it up high. So I can start immediately on A minor. So I will do that. I play it on the complete 2-5-1, and I'll also do it on the 2-5-1 in C. Then I can play this phrase exactly like it's in the screen, starting on D minor. Here we go. So it's important that you really swing that scale. I was kind of rushing. Let me do it again. Have a more consistent swing. So it's important. So the most difficult thing about it is maybe the picking. It's always 3 notes per string. That is pretty easy, but then you have the sweeps every time. Except for the last string. So to keep the string consistent, you have to be very aware of which notes are the first 8th note and the second 8th note, right? So something to consider. Watch my video on timing to get more information about that. But the way I was playing it this last time was not really swinging. Okay, let's continue. But it's also too hot in this room, I have to say. I'm gonna go a little bit quicker. Oh, this is a minor one. Let's not do that now because I'll do that at the end. So here's a dominant lick. And it sounds like this. 3, 4, 3, 4. Three, four. I like to play that like this. It's a 1, 2, 2 to get a nice vibrato. But of course, you could also play whatever you want. The fingering, it's your choice. So if I have to play this in G, it would be. Okay, demonstrate. Not too much talking. I'm talking too much. It's too hot. In C. Cool phrase. Next phrase. Oh, another dominant lick. Sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 1. So watch the picking here. So slide up, but the most important thing is the triplet is kind of not important. It's more about the first and the last note. So, D, G. The triplet slur up and now slide. That's the effect, but with the slide between the B and the A. Those slides and those picking patterns are very important for this phrase to make it really sound like Django. Get a kind of a magical sound there. It almost sounds something like you couldn't pull off on the guitar with all the slides and the picking at the right moment. It almost becomes more a way to sing the phrase, right? Like a vocal thing. So important to pay attention to the picking in this phrase. Be very precise. So in G, it would be like this: 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1. It starts with my first finger on the one on the root of the 2 chords. So A minor, 3, 4, 1. Okay, let me demonstrate that. Okay. This is the last dominant phrase. Sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 4, 1. Quarter triplet, short slide. You could do 2 or with 1. Very easy to find because if you have the G7 chord like this, it starts on this F. So in G it would be there. Let me demonstrate. Sorry for all the mistakes, guys. You're not used to that, and me neither, but it's really hot here. I know I've said it a million times. I'm not going to say it again, but trust me. Okay, let's go to the last phrase quickly before I melt. That's the minor phrase for this week. Yeah, so just for D minor, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 3, 4. So it ends on the C. That's kind of an unusual note to end. If you play it like that, that's how Django plays. You could go to some bluesy thing. Okay, Django actually goes to B. That's maybe a nice resolution. I should have put that in the PDF. Or to the bluesy thing. So I really cannot demonstrate it on this song. So let me play that on Dinah, because Dinah has the bridge in E minor. So I can play it then here, right? I play 2 double downs on the D string. So you get... You can do up 2 and slur the whole triplet. It's a different sound. Or let me play it on Dinah. And you know what? And then on Dinah I'm gonna try to play some of the other phrases if I remember as well. That's to end the video. Okay. I played some of the phrases. I don't think I played all the phrases. I played this one, the minor one. Yeah, I played that one too. Played that one. Played those. I thought I forgot one. No, I think I played all of them. Okay, great. Well, I'm gonna end it here. I'm not even sure I'm gonna publish this video because I really was not in my best shape, but probably I will. I mean, it's all about the phrases, and it's all about practicing these phrases on backing tracks yourself. Of course, you have the PDFs, and I think I played every phrase at least one time correctly. And I promise next time, hopefully when it cools down a bit, it seems like there's a heat wave coming for the next 3 days. So when it cools down a bit, I probably will be in better shape, hopefully. Okay, until the next video. Bye.